Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's class. Today, I think, is lecture number 18 on work, power, and energy. And let's have a quick recap of what we had done in the previous class so that we understand what is the agenda in today's class. In previous class, we had seen the gravitational potential energies of all types of bodies. We had seen that the gravitational potential energy of a point mass, which you can see right now at a height h from ground, if the ground key energy is taken as 0, is mgh. Point object at a height h is mgh. We saw that if it is a rod, in case of a rod, it was depending on the height of the center of the rod. How high is the center of the rod from the ground? And it was mg into that height. It was actually not the height of the center of the rod, it is actually the height of the center of mass of the rod. Now, this concept of center of mass would be discussed in the next chapter, but this is how we had seen whether it is a chain or a rope. You have to find where the center of the chain or the rope is and find out the height of the center of the rope or the chain, or for that matter, if you had a ring or a disc as well, we can find out the potential energy of that ring or the disc by finding out the height of the center of the ring or the disc from the ground. Remember here that we have taken what? We have taken the potential energy of ground as 0. That is where we finished the last class. We had a quick recap, and now we shall try and do some problems based on this. Now, there are different types of problems that can come in the exam based on this concept, and I'll try to do some examples here because these are the questions that many a times students find difficult even after understanding the concept of gravitational potential energy. Some students find it difficult to understand what is happening here. So I thought that I should discuss this point in detail with some questions so that these type of questions become easier for you. Anyone has any doubt? Anyone was saying anything? I heard someone. Is there anything anyone wanted to say in the online class or in the offline class? Okay, I guess not. So now let us try to formulate a question and see how it is. How does this question help? Now, let us take the question of a rod. And I'll try to make it very simple. This is a rod whose mass is m and length is l. It's a uniform rod, right? Now, this rod mass is m and length is l. It falls. I'm holding this rod. So this rod like this. This rod falls. So what will happen? It will lose. I mean, if it falls, it will lose. When it is at a height, it will have more potential energy. When it is falling down, it has less potential energy. Now, if this rod falls by a distance h, so I'll draw that distance h here in this. If this rod falls by a distance h, if this rod falls by a distance h, What is the change in the gravitational potential energy? So that is the question I'm asking. If this rod falls by a distance h, what is the change in the gravitational potential energy? It is a very simple question, and I'll give you a minute to solve it. Rod ka mass is m, length is l. It falls down by a height h. What is the change in the gravitational potential energy? Change is always final energy minus initial energy. What will be, anyone with an answer? Ram, anyone? What is the change in the gravitational potential energy? I'll give you a minute to think about it. How do I get it? How do I get it? Now remember, in case of a rod, we have to see always where is the center of the rod. Center of the rod is always at the center. How much the center of the rod has moved. How much the center of the rod has moved. Something moves up, gravitational potential energy is more. Something moves down, gravitational potential energy is less. We all know this. Now, if this rod falls by a height h, if this rod falls by a height h, how much will the center of the rod fall by? How much will the center of the rod fall by? Anyone? Rod has fallen down by a height h. How much will the center of the rod fall? Question is very simple. How much will the center of the rod fall? Anyone? It is also fall down by a height h. Yes or no? It will also fall down by a height h. So the difference in height would be h. Initially it was higher. Now it is h distance lower. Now it is h distance. It has come down by h distance. It has come down by h distance. Now, instead of thinking it as a rod, forget about the rod. Only think about the center of the rod. And that is how you make this problem simple. Don't think of it as a rod moving, because that might complicate the question in your head. Such a complicated question does not exist, will not come. Only think about of this rod as one point, which is the center of the rod. Now, if I look at this point and if I rub this thing out, see, if I rub this rod out, mass m, length l, this is gone. The only thing that has moved is the point, moved down by a height h, potential energy will decrease. Final energy will be less. Initial energy is more. That is why change in energy will be negative. Change in energy will be negative. How much this point has moved by a height h. Mass is m. Acceleration due to gravity is g. It has moved down by a height h. Why I have written negative? Because we are asking for the change in gravitational energy. Final is less, initial is more, final is less, initial is more. Therefore, the difference would be negative, and hence our answer would be minus mgh. Do we understand this? Can I have some reason that we understand this from the class, from the online class as well as the offline class? Do we understand this? How we have done this? It was not a point, it was a rod, but then we converted it into a point for us to understand it. Do we have an idea of what we are doing here? Abhiram understands it. What about the others? Do we understand this? Everyone from the class? Yes.
Understood, sir.
Okay. So that was the first question. I'll give you a minute to write it. Then I'll move on to some questions from your uh, notes. Just note this down. Well, I hope you have noted it down. And the next question is already ready. And here it comes on your screen now. The next question that we are going to do is a simple problem which has a very high possibility of coming in your exam. Problem number 51. Please mark it as very important. If you can do one or two problems like this, it's going to help your cause a lot. I'll dictate the problem as well. Mark out the important points. Based on that important points, you will have to solve this question. In solving this question, I'll also give you some important theoretical aspects which you also mark. So after this question, we'll do two or three questions to make this concept absolutely clear in your head. Remember, you read the question only once. That is all the time that you have. A rod of mass m, length l, is lying on a table which is horizontal. What is the work done in making it stand on one end? So basically, the rod is lying like this. I'll have to stand it like this. Someone has to do it. It can't happen on its own. How much work needs to be done? And there's a very important concept that I want to answer from this question. And that is why this question, I'll do one or two more questions of this type, and then we are done with this particular topic. Rod is lying. I have to make it stand. Someone has to do it. What is the work done? The time starts now. I'll wait for a minute. If you can do it on your own, well, I salute you. If you can't, don't worry, I'm here. I hope you are solving this question. Anyone got the answer for this? Anyone? Abhiram has an answer, mgl by 2. That is absolutely correct, Abhiram. Congratulations that you have got the answer. Well done. What about the other student in the class? Anyone has any idea of any answer? Anyone has got any answer? I would be very happy to see your answers. Again, I must insist here that at the end of the day, what matters to me is not your answers. Eventually, you are going to get the answers correctly. What matters is that you have understood the question or not. Anyways, before me discussing any sort of an answer, there is something that I want to discuss with you. And because most of the questions that come will be questions of this type, where you might get a bit confused. Sometimes there will be two options. You will get the answer, but there will be two options. One option would be positive, one option would be negative, and you might make the wrong choice. And that is why it is very important for you to understand some things about this. So these are the important points that I want to discuss with a question, of course, and that is why I've done the question. And sometimes in some classes, I do the concept before, then I do the question. In some cases, in this particular class, I have done the question and then I'm trying to discuss that concept. Anyways, doesn't matter as long as you understand it and I'm clear. It does not make any difference. Now, if you go back to work energy theorem, WET, work energy theorem completely basically states that work done by all forces is equal to change in kinetic energy. Work done by all forces will be change in kinetic energy. Okay. Now, in most of the questions that you have, that you see, there would be, apart from gravity, normal reaction, spring force, string, uh, tension in the string. These are the four forces that we have studied. Normal reaction from ground, gravitational force, something is being pulled by a string, force in the string, tension in the string. Something is being pushed by the spring or pulled by the spring, work done by the spring. Apart from that, these are obviously there. In this particular question, as you can see, the rod was lying like this. Now it has to be pulled up, it has to be taken up, it has to be put vertically up. Someone has to do it. Now that someone right now is this hand of mine. Now that is not spring force, that is not definitely gravity, that is not string, that is not. So mm, this this we sometimes call it external force. Some different force which we are not putting into any other category, we call it external force. Well, this is also one way in which you can define force: internal forces and external forces. Right now I'm just calling all these forces as external forces. Now sometimes what happens is, as in this case, rod lying on the floor, the forces acting on this rod, if I think about these forces, one force is this external force which is lifting it up. The other force is gravity. The third force is a normal reaction because it is on ground. So there are three forces here: normal reaction because it is on ground; gravity is always there because it is on earth; and this external force. Gravity, normal reaction, external force. Now we know that normal reaction does not do any work because it does not move with respect to the ground, and normal reaction is upwards and all those things. But there is no displacement of the block by the normal reaction force. So normal reaction does not do any work here. So in most of the cases, what will happen is, in such questions, there will be basically two forces. One force would be, in your case, gravity, and the other force would be the external force. Gravity, external force. So basically, if I talk about this particular question, in this all forces, there are only two forces. One is work done by gravity, and the other one is work done by external forces. So I just bifurcate this all forces into two: gravity, external. Gravity, external. Now that is equal to change in kinetic energy. Now in most of the questions that you will have, one thing may be mentioned, it may not be mentioned. In most of the questions of NEET, it's not mentioned at all. It's mentioned in the question of JEE Advanced. That is, I'm sure about. Not even in mains. JEE Advanced, it is mentioned. It is not mentioned that this rod, I'm lifting this rod. This rod is moved very, very slowly. This rod is moved very, very slowly. Or I can say, if I put this condition, that if change in kinetic energy is zero, the kinetic energy of the rod does not change, that means the rod is moved very, very slowly. This is not mentioned in the question. Please remember, bacha, this is not mentioned in the question. Please remember, but this is the assumption that we are taking. But this is the assumption that we are taking. So let me continue on what we were discussing. Work done by all forces. I have taken the forces as gravity, and external force is equal to change in kinetic energy. Now, in most cases, in most of the questions, this phenomena or this condition that kinetic energy ka change is zero, or the rod is moved very, very slowly, will not be given. But you have to assume that it has to be moved very, 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 very slowly. So it's lifted like this. It will take a lot of time for it to be lifted up. It will take a lot of time for it to be lifted up, but that is definitely not mentioned in the question. Don't worry, that's the assumption that has been taken. So basically, it means that this part that we are talking about, this part becomes 0. And this is a very important thing that you must remember, because most of the question that you are going to see in this particular chapter from this particular topic will be based on this concept. Many times students ask me, sir, what is happening? You told us everything. What is happening here? We don't understand this. And therefore, it is easier and good to understand it now. Is everyone following me? Is my video looking good? Voice is clear? Everything looks fine? So, the change in kinetic energy is 0. Now, if I take the change in kinetic energy as 0, now look at what happens to this equation. Look at what happens to this equation that is put in the green box. If the change in kinetic energy is 0, look at what happens in this equation. Look at how does this equation start to look now. This equation now starts to look like work done by gravity is equal to negative of work done by the external force. Very, very important result that we have achieved. Never forget this result. A very important result. Now, I have used gravity here. It could be any other force if not gravity. Work done by gravity in this case will be negative of work done by the external force. But remember, this is only possible if the change in kinetic energy is 0. In some books, I have seen that your definition of potential energy is given from work done by external forces. It is absolutely wrong. Work done by external forces cannot be used to define the internal energy or the potential energy of a body. What I mean to say by this, have you written this one? Up till here, have you written everything in your notebooks? So I'll have to shift the screen now because the screen space has gone. So have you written everyone? I'll give you a minute to write it because I have to scroll the screen down now a bit. Now, if work done by gravity is negative of work done by external force, work done by gravity is negative of the work done by external force, then what happens? Now we know that work done by gravity will be equal to negative of change in potential energy, gravitational potential energy, because this is the definition of change in potential energy. Now this is equal to negative of work done by the external forces. This is what we have achieved now, right? So then in this case, I can write the work done by external forces will be equal to change in gravitational potential energy. This is the result that I get from this discussion. Am I clear how I have achieved this? Remember, work done by gravity is negative of change in potential energy, but work done by external forces is positive of change in potential energy. But remember, this pink equation only happens, this pink equation only happens, when does it happen? This pink equation only happens when the change in kinetic energy is zero. When the change in kinetic energy is zero. Please note this down up till here. Give me a minute. I'll try to work on the connection part. Note this down up till here, okay? Is the video okay now? Everyone? Have you noted down these things? Work done by gravity is negative of change in potential energy. Work done by external force is positive of change in potential energy. We will solve this question and end our class today. Don't worry. We just had to understand this concept. Have you noted this down, everyone? Let us now move on to the question itself. How do we solve the question? This is ground. Now in first case, I hope the video is getting clearer. This is a rod, mass M and length L. It is lying on ground. In second case, we'll just finish this question. In second case, it is held vertical from ground. So blue one is lying on ground and the green one is standing up. Am I clear with this? How the rod has changed its position from lying down to standing up. We have to find out the work done by external force. Someone has lifted it up. So what will be the work done by this external force? The work done by this external force would be nothing but change in gravitational potential energy. We have already seen it from the we have already seen it from the derivation. Am I clear? Can I have some raised hand that we understand this? Abhiram understands it. What about the class? Work done by external forces is equal to change in gravitational potential energy. So we just need to find out the gravitational potential energy in both cases. Now remember, in this case, if you look at this case, the center is also on ground. This is the center C. The center C is on ground. The gravitational potential energy in this case, gravitational potential energy, blue case, gravitational potential energy is also zero because the center also lies on ground. This is my ground, this is the rod. Ground, rod. The center lies on the ground. We assume that the gravitational potential energy is zero. So far, so good. If I look at this case, C, now the rod is vertical. If the rod is vertical, center C is at a height L by 2 from ground. Center C is at a height L by 2 from ground. Gravitational potential energy, remember when we are talking about rod, we are talking about the center of the rod. How high is the center of the rod? The center of the rod is at a height L by 2. So the gravitational potential energy in this case becomes mg L by 2. mg L by 2. Remember, this is the final condition or the final energy. This is your initial condition. This is your initial condition or initial energy. Blue one is your initial condition or initial energy. Green one is your final condition or final energy. You have to find the change in gravitational potential energy, final minus initial. Final minus initial. That is energy in the final stage minus energy in the initial stage. You know which is final, you know which is initial. Just put the values and you will get the answer. So this is mg L by 2 minus 0. So your answer would be the work done in lifting it up. Obviously, gravity will not lift it up. The work done in lifting it up would be mg into L by 2. And that is the answer to this question. The work done by the external force in lifting it up is mg L by 2. Do you all understand this? Can I have raise hand that we understand this? Aviram understands this. What about the students in the class? Do we understand this, beta? Offline class? I don't see you. Offline class? Are you listening? Are you there? Can you see me? Great. Everyone got this? Please note it down. I'll give you 1 minute and then we will discuss one question to wind off the class. 1 minute, note this down. Well, I hope you have noted down the previous question and the solution. Now comes problem number 52. And what is this problem number 52? A meter stick means it is 1 meter long, of 100 grams, which is the mass of the stick, is pivoted at one end. So it is pivoted here at this end. It is displaced to an angle of 60 degrees. So it is hanging like this, which is moved by 60 degrees. So this angle is 60 degrees. What is the increase in the potential energy? Wow. Obviously, it is going up, up. Potential energy is increasing. We have to find out what is the increase in the potential energy. Please draw the diagram. We will discuss this question. What is the increase in potential energy? These are the questions that come in exam. Rod is hanging like this. It is increased. Angle is changed by 60 degrees. What is the change? They are not asking the change. They are asking the increase in gravitational potential energy. I'll give you a minute to draw the diagram and solve the question. Well, I hope you have written the question. Now, how do I solve it? I hope this diagram that you see is very clear. Let me make it a little more bigger. Yes, I think this is good. Okay, so this is the diagram, and with this diagram only, we are going to solve the question. Now, as you can see here, this is position number 1, the initial position, and this is position number 2, the final position of the rod. And we are solving this question in general case. What do I mean by the general case? We are taking the mass of the rod as m, which is 400 grams here. Length of the rod as L, it is 1 meter here. You're just solving it in a general case so that if same question comes with different values, we can use this. Mass of the rod is m, length is L, and the angle it turns is 60 degrees, which we are taking it as theta. So everything has been put in general way. Mass is m, 400 grams. Length is L, 1 meter. Angle is theta, 60 degrees. We take out 400, 1 meter and 60 degrees and put m, L and theta. Now how do I do it? Position number 1, it has some potential energy. Position number 2, it has some potential energy. Obviously, potential energy has increased, it is going up. So we have to find final energy minus initial energy. What we got to do? Remember, it is a rod. We have to think about its center. Where is the center? And then forget about rod and think about the center. Forget about the rod, think about the center. The center is here at the center, obviously. It's here. In first case, it is here at the center here. In second case, it is also at the center. It has gone to somewhere here. C dash. It is still the center. It has gone up. Center has moved up. How much it has moved up? By a height h. It has moved up by a height h. So the increase in energy is simply mgh. The increase in energy is mgh. Do we understand this? Can I have some raised hand that we understand this? Can I have some raised hand that we understand this? We have to just find the value of mgh. Abhiram understands it. What about the students in the class? Do we understand this? Can I have a raised hand from you that we understand it, sir? The answer is simply mgh. We just have to find the value of this h. Offline class, just find the value of h. How do I find the value of h? If I call this point as A, if I call this point as B, and if I call that point as C or P, I have to find out the value of BC. I have to find out the value of BC. It is very simple to find out the value of BC. BC is AC minus AB. BC is AC full length minus AB, whatever is left. My AC from A to C, top of the rod to the center of the rod, is L by 2. Is L by 2. The only question is, what is AB? To find out AB, look at this triangle, mere bachcho. Look at this triangle. This is A, this is B, and this is C dash. This angle is theta. A to C dash is still L by 2. A to C dash is top to center, new center, is L by 2. And therefore, AB, this is L by 2. This angle is theta. So how much is this side? Remember vectors. If this is a vector and this is a side and this is theta, this side becomes cos of theta and the other side becomes sine of theta. So AB becomes cos of theta. So AB becomes L by 2 cos theta. AB becomes L by 2. So it is minus L by 2 cos theta. L by 2 can be taken out. It is 1 minus cos theta. So what is the change? What is the increase in the potential energy? Increase in potential energy is mgh, m into g into h. H is L by 2 into 1 minus cos theta. And you remember this result always in your life. Don't forget this result. It is a very important result. Well, I finished today's class on this mode. We have solved some problems based on the concept of gravitational potential energy. And if you have any doubts, please come up. Else, this class is a wrap from my end. I hope you enjoyed it. There was a bit of disturbance in the class because of internet connection going. Can't help it. There's something that you have to live with. Take care. Please let me know if there is a doubt. Bye-bye.